unicorns. Have you missed me? I've missed you guys. I know I've been away for, I think, a month now. Guys, I promise you I've not been depressed. I've not been anything crazy. So much goodness has come into my life. God has put so much goodness and prosperity my way that I'm sorry I didn't have the time that I wanted to take, but I do have this time right now. I found a gap of time in my busy schedule, and so I'm gonna give it to you guys because I love you and you're my favorite unicorns. So right now we're going to discuss dun 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 Ashley Black's new book, The Cellulite Myth Is Not Fat, It's Fascia, by Ashley Black and Joanna Hunt. Guys, I'm so stoked. I got this book on Tuesday, and I skimmed through it once, and I've just been like in it, like trying to absorb. There's so much information in here that one read is not enough. One read is not enough at all. All right, you need, this book is awesome. Okay, so let's just kind of delve right into it, because I don't want to give any spoilers away. I just want to kind of give you like a rough layout, what to expect when you read this book, because it's quite amazing, and I'm gonna go chapter by chapter. Maybe I might skip a few. No, there's only like 10 chapters in here, guys. It's very, very, like, look how small this book is. You can read that in like a day. Come on. All right, and so, or one chapter a day is 10 days, right? Okay, so first off, the introduction. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I missed it. She had the forward, Ashley's thanks. I do love Ashley's thanks, because she thanks God right away. First, I want to thank God, and that means so much to me, because I want to thank God every day for what He's brought into my life, and how He brought Ashley into my life, and the Fascia Blaster into my life, and everything that's going on in my life right now, and you unicorns, He brought you into my life. And I'm very thankful to God about, thank you so much. You are amazing. And then it goes in to the forward. I love forwards. Look! It's Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. I see you in the book. And then, of course, introduction to the party. I love it. Open your eyes. And I like how she's just like, just go. Enjoy the book. All right. And then, of course, chapter 1 is probably my favorite title, which is Leprechauns, Unicorns, Cellulite, and Pixie Dust. I love it because she just used unicorns, and I'm like, I feel like that was me in there. Like, she just did that for me. I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I like to think it was for me. All right. And so she's talking about the myth of cellulite. I like how it goes in here. The science is always changing, and everything around cellulite is just kind of ridiculous. And again, I love the quote in here, God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. I'm like, you are the called, Ashley. You are the called. And I just love it. And then goes right into Fasciology 101, and it just goes straight into it, and it's very nice, because I think chapter 1 is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. Alright, and not even, it's like front and back, so it's like 1. No, actually it's 6 pages. Front and back would be 12. You're reading 12 pages, but it's 6 pages. Alright, and I go straight into the fascia, the 4 types of fascia, which are great to know: the structural, interstructural, visceral, and spinal. And I know some people were confusing that with like the gummy and the beyond bound. No, these are the actual 4 types of fascia, which is great. This is the sciencey stuff. All right. And then after the 4 types, it goes into the 6 stages. The 6 stages of fascia. I like how what she calls it, the phases of fascia freak out. Oh, so funny. I love you, Ashley. You're awesome. Ashley, come find me. I haven't seen you yet. Come kidnap me and do my session. Just come find me. Alright, and then let's see. Let's go into, oh my gosh, so many testimonies. I love the testimonies, because some of these literally, like, it's like in the feels. Like, just like a sword in my feels. I love it. Just makes me want to tear up. Why fascia becomes unhealthy. I get that question a lot. Like, is exercising messing me up? Yeah, maybe. Dehydration, definitely. you know? And then the cellulite treatments. These are fun because it talks about the different ways, and it talks about not just her way, but it talks about invasive and non-invasive and the DIYers. I like the shout out to the DIYers. Ashley, because I was a DIYer before I found you. And so you are now part of my DIY session. Okay. Now it goes in my favorite one. If you get this book for only one thing and one thing only, it better be for chapter 6, analyzing your fascia. Alright? This is what you want. This is going to save you so much time and energy because you won't be relying on Ashley or her team or someone in the group to be like, what fascia do I have? Because I was that way too, and it sucks waiting on people to tell you. You just kind of have to figure it out yourself, and this one makes it a lot easier instead of having to go through the group and like understand what everybody is saying, because there is like a little type thing where you can be like, what kind of thing do I got? Or with explanations, and this makes it so much easier. Okay, I love the pictures. Got hail damage, car wreck, gummy bear, beyond bound, which is me. I'm beyond bound, and then my tummy is gummy. I have a gummy tummy. And then it goes into the tests, you know, and how you can test for what types of fascia you have. You have the perception test, the pinch test. Pictures, guys. It has pictures and explanations, which are awesome because I'm a visual person, so pictures are what I need. It gives you the posture test, and let me tell you, there's so many different ways to do this posture test. Pictures, guys. Like, and the only thing I haven't done yet is the position test, because I want you to know there are so many different positions. There's 8 different positions for the position test, and I have not done them yet, and I'm going to. So I'm gonna be like, make sure I'm on my game. And then I like chapter 7 because it's possibilities and limitations. And this one I have to explain to a lot of people that ask me, like, will it do this? Will it do that? And I'm like, maybe. Not in a maybe as in a bad way, as in it really depends. There's so many possibilities that the blaster can do for you, but it also has limitations, just like anything on earth. The only person not limited was Jesus. He had everything. And so like when it talks about, you know, it does increase blood flow, it helps smooth the skin, increase muscle access, which is how I get my guns, because I had like nothing muscle because I couldn't access them. They were just like logs, and now there's definition, and it's fabulous. And then it goes right in. Those were the possibilities, guys, and I didn't even read all of them. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil the book that much for you. And it goes into the limitations, and then again, it's like, you know, it cannot make you completely skinny or lean. Yeah, it cannot do that. It cannot build muscle independently. You actually have to work. It can open up your muscles, but it cannot build it for you. You know, and skin tightening. Even though it talked about smoothing your skin, it's not necessarily going to tighten it, or even not cellulite, but stretch marks. It's not going to completely rid you of stretch marks. It really depends on you as a person. And even though you've seen so many people get amazing results, you are completely different. You are an individual unicorn, my friend. There's so many different things that you can do that somebody else can't, and vice versa. And I don't want you to get your hopes up so much that you forget that and you make, you know, the fascia blaster your idol in a sense, and that the minute it doesn't do something you want it to, you just feel let down and disappointed. And I don't want you to feel that way, because the fascia blasting tool is an amazing tool, and it really does perform miracles, but it really depends on what your definition of a miracle is. But it has all that in the book that you can read and kind of just bring you back to reality and give you a realistic view of what's happening, you know, with you and your body, which is great. And then, of course, the protocols in chapter 8, because it talks about heating and what oils to use, the blasting zones. Let me show you the pages for the blasting zones. This is the first page, actually. This is the first page. Blasting zone page, blasting zone page, blasting zone page, blasting zone page. I don't think I'm gonna reach the end. So many pictures, so many different ways to go. It's fantastic. I love it. I love it to death. And then it talks about aftercare and the measures of success going into the next level. It's really good. And then the forthcoming Fascia It Storm. Oh, that's cute. I got that. I finally got that. I've read this title like 16 times. I finally got it, Ashley. The Fascia It Storm. I'm sorry. That just like flew over my head the first several times. I actually got it this time. Sorry. Moment. Alright, anyway, it's basically, this chapter talks about the drama that goes down surrounding the fascia blaster. Like bruising. Like people are like, what the frack is bruising? You know, why am I gonna bruise? Is it bad? Is it good? That kind of thing. It talks about, you know, how people aren't going to necessarily understand, you know. And I like her little title for it because it's called, Lucy, you have some splaining to do. Thought it was funny. You may not think it's funny, but I think it's funny. And, you know, it talks about spouses and friends and, you know, partners and how they're like, what the frack are you doing to yourself? And they're like, I'm blasting. You know, talking to your healthcare provider so he doesn't call the police. You know. And then, of course, the worse before better stage, or the myth, I guess, is what she calls it. The worse before better myth. I do like what she calls it, is the better before better state, phase. And that really is something quite good. Because a lot of people look at that and they don't want to do fascia blasting because they don't want to enter that stage because they don't know how long it's going to take them out of it. Blasting pets, kids, and then, of course, contraindications, considerations, and risks. Getting into that is quite interesting, because you really want to read this about, you know, blood clotting, and if you have certain medical things, how to avoid those. You know what I'm saying? Like should you avoid blasting altogether? What zones? Like if you have a hernia, should you blast over? Those kinds of things. Talks about diet, feeding your fascia. I like food. I like food. If you haven't seen my Instagram or my Facebook, I love food. And then detox. Who here's been through a detox? Click the like button or comment. You've had a detox session with the blaster. Oh, those things are a doozy. And not just the physical detox, but an emotional detox too. I like how she calls it an emotional release. Anyway, it talks about all those injuries, blasting, all the medications. Basically, everything you need to know before you start blasting, which is really good. Alright, and then the last chapter, chapter 10, From Heaven to Hollywood to Household. This one is Ashley's story about, you know, I like how it was so cute and she wanted to be a gymnast, and when she was a little girl, and how she was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and or juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, I'm sorry, and how she was just in this place, you know, of struggles, and she came out victorious, and I love it. You know, she rose from the ashes, and it was just great, and in her path to healing and discovery, and then eventually to fascia blasting, you know, and creating it and helping other people, and I absolutely love it. Ashley Black and Joanna Hunt did a fantastic job on this book. I highly recommend it to anybody interested in blasting, or anybody who is blasting, who just wants to have this as a reference, so you don't have to go online all the time and find it, because it's right there. You can put like little notes in it, like, yeah, open it up. This was a really good book. Thank you so much for writing this book, Ashley. It's fantastic. And I just don't know how, I don't have anything bad to say about it, except maybe like make a tabletop copy, like a coffee table one with like, it's like hardcover with pretty like magazine type printed stuff with like pretty pictures, like the color pictures. I like color pictures. I see in color. I like color. Go figure, right? And yeah, that's it. That's all I got, guys. This was a fantastic book. Absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have something you want to see from me, I am going to make more time out of my busy schedule to make more videos, because I love making videos for you guys. I do. I missed it. I missed it entirely. So let me know what you want to see. I do plan to make a video on positivity, because I do notice that. I'll say that. I'm not even going to spoil it. I'm not even gonna spoil it. I don't want to spoil it too soon. Alright guys, I love you guys. You are amazing unicorns, and I hope to see you next time. If you haven't already, subscribe, like this like this video, and I'll see y'all next time. Happy blasting!